crimes.
You are both guilty of the crimes of being total dicks. You see, once
Hey, is that Rhinus?
It is! It's totally Rhinus.
What? No, listen. Once I arrived here...
Hi, Rhinus.
What are you doing here? And why are you pretending to be a monster?
I am not a goddamn monster! I am the video vizier! And fine, I am the Rhinus!
Yay!
Couldn't just play along for a second, huh? You know, I've been practicing a speech for weeks!
Oh, well, if you really want to.
No, it's totally ruined now.
Aw, come on. Just do it.
No, the moment's past, man. You guys just don't get to hear it now.
Aww.
Yeah. Wait, no! That's not gonna work this time.
I don't think he had a speech ready at all. I think he's bluffing.
You think so?
You know I had a speech ready.
Yeah, right. You were probably just gonna ad-lib something.
Fine! You wanna hear it?
Yes!
As you well know, Josh and Evil Josh totally exploded into purple cubes, and energy shot me like pew pew and turned me into cubes as well. Well, the cubes reformed here in the Thundercade cabinet.
Dun, dun, dun.
I missed all the time splitting in depth that you guys went through that I have no frame of reference for since I was here. Anywho, I met with the video vizier, and he decided it'd be best for everyone if I was the one that ruled this bitch. But then I waited and waited, but neither of you jerk bones ever showed up to rescue me from this digital hell. So I figured it was time I struck out on my own. I watched this VHS of Arcade over and over. You know, since it was either this or Cloak and Dagger.
Shit, you were totally holding out on us.
Yeah, that's cold, dude.
Cold? You left me here. Never mind. Anywho, I finally had an idea. What if I were to create an evil arcade cabinet and send it into the real world to enslave the people from there in this digital realm that I totally rule now? I mean, I couldn't go out there, so I could get everyone in here.
That's not a bad plan.
That's a terrible plan.
Yeah, but we don't know if he's not a monster yet. You want to disagree with the monster man?
True.
And now that you're here, it'll be even sweeter for you to watch me enact my plan. And then, I'm gonna kill you. Because you're jerks! Gods?
Oh no! More monsters!
Yeah, sure, monsters, whatever.
Awesome. Now we're trapped.
There's gotta be a way out of here.
Ever notice how we always get boned when we meet with the video vizier?
If Thundercade weren't so fun. Damn you, Thundercade!
Hey look! A TV playing Arcade, the movie.
We have to escape! Wait, what? Shit, you know what time it is.
Yup. Review time. Welcome to Jake and Trev Review Everything.
I'm Jake.
And I'm Trev.
And we're fucked.
Man, this is a whole bucket of pickles.
Yeah. Ugh.
Oh.
Boy, do we have egg on our face.
Egg on my face.
Right now, as you can see, we're in some kind of trap pit, some kind of...
Like oubliette.
But fortunately, we have this movie to review.
Yep, Arcade from 1993.
At Dante's Inferno, the ultimate video game has come to life.
This is Arcade, and it's all done in virtual reality. It's so real, you'll actually think that you're in the game world.
I am Arcade. If you want to play games, you picked the wrong machine.
And all you need to play are 2 quarters and your soul.
I think the game is alive somehow.
If you won't play the game by my rules, then I'll play in your world.
Now, two teenagers will play for their lives. Arcade. Kiss reality goodbye.
And there's something very interesting about this movie. If you are a person who watches a lot of the big movies in the last few years, particularly ones that are featuring superheroes, you might be familiar with the name David S. Goyer. Most recently and most famously, he's the co-writer along with the Nolans on the Dark Knight trilogy and also on Man of Steel.
And so it's interesting to watch this movie and kind of dip into his past, like his roots as far as being a screenwriter.
Who is he? What is he? Where does he come from?
So Trey, what did you think about Arcade?
Oh boy. This one is entertaining on the same sort of fascination of watching any sort of disaster happen in real time. This is kind of something that seems rushed.
It's a little train wrecky.
Yeah, and as a matter of fact, I remember turning to you while we were watching this and saying that this looks like a movie that was totally scrapped at one point and then pieced back together with the remnants.
Did you ever consider the consequences of your actions?
It's a total wreck, and it's easy to see why not a lot of people know about this movie.
Yeah. It was direct-to-video. It was by Full Moon Studios. They've done a lot of older, shittier horror movies like Puppet Master. I love Puppet Master.
Full Moon introduces the Puppet Master action figure.
So, yeah, that's kind of how I feel about it. How do you feel about it, Jake?
I have to agree with everything that you just said.
Oh, well, thank you, sir.
It is a train wreck. It's interesting to me to watch it. I feel like a lot of the times, especially with movie writers and people who come up with ideas, the founder of Full Moon Studios is credited as coming up with the idea for the movie. And he was probably sitting around, he's like, what about an evil arcade cabinet?
Yeah, that's a good story.
And then that's basically what spawned the whole thing. So it's interesting to see with just the idea how far they could get without any actual information about how video games are made or work or are implemented or played or anything at all. It's very interesting to watch that basically fall flat. Famously, another movie like that would be Hackers.
A rabbit replicates till it overloads a file, then it spreads like cancer.
Cancer?
But I feel like Hackers even feels like they had bigger ideas for this film and eventually figured out that they weren't able to do a lot of the things that they probably envisioned when they were writing the movie. As usual, if you're wanting to see this movie, it's real easy to find.
We looked for it in this pit of despair and found it. You could probably find it easier than that.
It's true. That's true. But yeah, if you want to see it, no spoilers. Spoiler alert right there.
The main character of this picture is Alex, played by Megan Ward. Her mother has killed herself somewhat recently, and she feels somewhat responsible. Her father's an absolute wreck, so she's been totally on her own throughout the ordeal. Some of the first words we hear in the movie are her talking to the school counselor.
Who's a terrible counselor, by the way?
Oh, the worst.
It's all my fault. I didn't try hard enough. I must have let her down.
And she kind of grows to have something of a hero complex throughout the arc of the story to try to be responsible for everybody else.
Keep away from my friends!
Her partner in crime in the movie is Nick, played by Peter Billingsley, most famously known for A Christmas Story. He was the kid in A Christmas Story.
Mom! Hush! Shut up, Ralphie!
And he most recently was not Iron Man.
Well, I'm sorry. I'm not Tony Stark.
He's supposed to be like the nerdy, best guy at arcade games dude.
I'm game.
And we'll get to it, but he's not. He's not at all. He's terrible at video games. He's terrible at life. And the arcade cabinet is introduced by a game marketer known as Difford in the movie. I don't even know if they said his name.
Mr. Difford, I
Mr.
believe.
Difford. But he's played by
Q. Red alert.
He's one of the only actors in the movie that really realizes how shitty this movie is, so just kind of enjoys it while it lasts.
Ooh, pretty scary!
There are a few other friends who hang out as part of the main group, including Stilts, played by a young Seth Green.
Fucked up, that's what they said I was.
You are fucked up. Yeah, but only because I want to be.
You know, that kid from the Nerf commercials.
Allow us to demonstrate proper usage whilst you frolic.
We have Alex's boyfriend, Greg, played by Brian DeTillo from Days of Our Lives. That's just IMDb shit. We have no idea.
Yeah.
Apparently he was on the show for a while. Oddly enough, this is an interesting story. Lori in the movie, one of the friends that is a girl, not a girlfriend, don't get it twisted, is played by AJ Langer, and she actually plays
Drexel's daughter.
On Drexel's class.
Which is a weird tie-in. I mean, Megan Ward, the main actress, was also in Crash and Burn, which is closely associated with Robot Jox.
Mm-hmm.
So we have all sorts of tie-ins.
This
right
movie,
now.
we are keeping it in the family with
I don't
this
know how
movie.
we didn't do it on purpose.
I didn't think we were going to be playing 6 Degrees of Dabney Coleman.
I just don't like it.
So all the kids in the movie, it's a horror movie, obviously they all hang out. They all have kind of a character dichotomy. They're not really that fleshed out, though, which is sad.
Yeah, there's not a lot of meat on these bones. But they show you Greg and Alex kissing up on each other, so you know that they're in a relationship. I noticed a shot of Nick kind of like looking on a couple times while that kind of thing was going on.
I wish that girl was my girl.
Wish that I had Jesse's girl.
I wish I was Iron Man.
I'm not Tony Stark.
So they get together and it's like, hey, guess what? There's an arcade opening at the arcade. And it's like, what? An arcade at the arcade? Yeah, it's a game called Arcade.
It's going to be open in a local arcade, Dante's Inferno. You should come down there.
So, how about it?
What, are you getting paid for this?
Test marketing it or something?
Yeah, they get down to the arcade, smoky as hell, and we get a taste of our first character thread that gets dropped immediately, which is the big bully character, who is so close to Bulk from Bulk and Skull.
And then Seth Green gets in this fight with this big guy after he says,
Give me a break, man. They got fucking space invaders in here. That shit's for retards.
They don't do anything more with that in the
never
movie.
see the character
Never again.
Yeah, you gotta keep moving forward. That's the whole point of things. And thank you now, I appreciate it.
So they go into a back room and then Q shows up.
Come on, kids. I got something to show you in the other room. It'll blow a hole in your shorts.
Initially, John Delancey wants Alex to be the first person to play, and then everyone's like, no, you don't want her.
Alex always loses.
She sucks. She's the worst. She just dies all the time. You want Nick, because Nick's he's the arcade master.
Show him what's up, Nick.
This is Nick's arcade!
It's just a cakewalk. All she has to do is run and touch the coins. Touch the coins, Nadine.
So yeah, so Nick totally pussies out, totally fucks it up. He leaves, and then John Delancey is like, hey guys, we're gonna give you the home version of the game. And they all leave the room.
As Greg gets into the machine.
Right, as Alex's boyfriend gets into the machine.
Greg, kiss reality goodbye.
That's our first disappearance. Greg's gone. He plays the game, Arcade's like, and then he disappears.
So where is he?
I guess he took off.
Basically, anybody who loses to Arcade loses their soul to Arcade as well.
It's like Tron, you turn into like a whole... why are you and I arguing about getting sucked into a video game?
I don't know. That's a good point. Alex takes this home game home, and the game is really hitting the nail on the head as far as Alex's past, specifically her mom killing herself.
Yeah. He starts acting like a total dick to her right away.
You failed again, Alex.
And of course her boyfriend still hasn't showed up, and so she's starting to get nervous.
Yeah, the arcade's freaking her out, her boyfriend's disappeared. And so she calls up Nick.
You there? He's right here, bitch.
I have to talk to you.
So she goes over to Nick's. He's staring at this cube that's spinning within these concentric circles.
And every single description is dead wrong.
That's amazing. It must be some kind of a screensaver. I can't take my eyes off it. I think it's a fractal. It's beating like a heart. It's alive somehow. This game is brilliant.
I don't think it means what you think it means.
It's like a DNA molecule or something.
It's none of those things.
Not any of those things. But at the end of this scene,
they walk away
and they show an actual fractal screensaver.
It's exactly what he was describing. So the next morning they go to school and it's just Nick and Alex and Stilts.
Alex walks up on the lamest and most unbelievable small talk I've ever heard.
Oh, dude, well, okay. I took that girl Laura out.
Laura, yeah, the one with the big,
Yeah, and I grabbed him and squeezed him.
Oh, you grabbed him and you went, whoop?
She punched me in the head.
You put your face in him like that?
She kicked me in the balls, man.
So they get there and they're the only 3 people there and Alex is like, hey, we're the only 3 people here. And they're like, whatever.
Everyone else is sick.
They're probably just homesick.
Damn it, it's a quarter after. We always meet here at a quarter after. I made up a list of everyone that was at Dante's yesterday, including Deloach and all those other jerks, and all of their phones are out of order.
Take it easy. Chill out. What's her problem?
I mean, you wouldn't necessarily jump to the conclusion that the arcade machine had come to life and was killing and stealing people's souls.
But something must have happened.
Something was going on here, dude.
I don't watch any TV.
Okay.
So Stilts joins the ranks of the ever-growing dropped threads in this movie.
Nick and Alex go to Laurie's, and here's the big scene. It's supposed to be the big reveal, so we know how powerful Arcade is. And previously in the movie so far, he's just a little threatening.
Try saying that to my face.
Look, Trev! A rescue ladder!
Yeah, that's probably what that is.
Once again, you bozos have played right into my hands.
He got us again!
And now, as I am ready to perpetrate my master plan, it's time to dispose of all the loose ends. Line them up.
Are you gonna shoot us yourself?
No, that's what firing squads are for.
Wanna just sit back and watch us die, eh?
No, actually, I'll leave them to shoot you while I enact the plan. Goodbye forever, you dumb shits!
We need to get him to watch more movies with us. This
Fire.
plan isn't going to...
Our character levels are too high. It's gonna take you forever to kill us.
Fire.
Dude!
Fire. Fire.
What the fuck?
Fire. Fire.
Stop!
Fire.
Shit. Knock it
Fire.
off!
Seriously?
Yes, this is going to take forever. Wait here. We'll be back with bigger guns.
Okay, we'll just wait right here.
And with this flip of a simple switch, no one can stop me now. Soon, everyone will be one of my subjects.
Oh man, this is totally retro. No one makes games like this anymore, man. I'm pretty sure I played this game before, though, like when I was a kid.
No way! I was the only one who's ever heard about this. I'm working at the
So,
I like his
honestly, my favorite is probably, I would say track 4. Hey bro, can you hand me a copy?
This is the first time we see somebody playing the game that is affected by it, and it's Laurie.
Laurie, wake up.
Wake up!
It's the scariest scene in the movie.
Get out of my house! What do you care about me? You don't care about me.
Later on, they try to establish that Arcade's a game, and the game has rules, and you can beat Arcade because the game has rules, and Arcade has to play by the rules.
I play by my rules!
So if you play by the rules, then you can beat him at his own game. But in this scene, we see that she doesn't have to have the goggles on to see what's going on. She's seeing.
She does not have to be playing arcade to play arcade.
She's basically mesmerized. TV goes nuts and starts trying to suck the entire room in, and then Nick smashes it. Laurie is still breathing, but she's obviously fucked up. Maybe we should call 911. And Nick's like, no, we came in here, we broke the TV, nobody's gonna believe us. And it's like, who cares? Your friend is in a catatonic state on the fucking floor.
Yeah, this isn't the time to try to handle this yourself. You're already obviously outclassed. There's some kind of really bizarro shit happening here.
Bizarro, I love you. Bizarro, I love you.
So then Nick and Alex head over to the video game place, because they obviously know the video game's fucked up.
Right, and someone's going to have information on this, or why it might be fucked up, or maybe the developers know some more. So there they go.
And to show how poorly edited this movie is, they walk in, they talk to the guy at the desk. He's like, "You're gonna have to take a seat." And then the next shot is of John Delancey in his office, and presumably his boss or co-worker comes in and he's like, "Hey, you better be penetrating that market."
Because, boy, are you fucked if you don't. So the guy in the front office with the kids calls some lady.
Yes?
Rachel, would you be kind enough to tell Mr. Difford that we have a situation in the lobby which requires his immediate attention?
She calls Q.
Well?
Frank, there's some kids causing trouble in reception.
Q leaves his office, walks 5 feet around the corner, and he's looking at these kids.
So, what's up?
And you know, that's not what they intended. They intended for this obviously to be a much larger building with the way that they're setting it up. They're editing it so poorly.
They're doing what they can with the space, but then that shot just ruins it.
You gave it away! Use movie magic! I'll believe you!
They finally get an audience with Q. Alex is all primed up to be like, "Your game's killing kids." I'm pretty sure that's what she says.
She starts out, that's her lead line.
So what's the problem?
The game is alive.
And then Nick's like,
what Alex is trying to say is that the game seems like it's alive. You see, we're not getting very far into the levels. We were kind of wondering if maybe you had some tricks or something.
Would you like to meet the programmer?
The programmer.
The programmer.
Games were never, like, some games were programmed by one dude. But considering the kinds of stuff that they were making...
Yeah, VR, wave of the future, face recognition, adaptive strategies. I mean, this is not a one-person development project.
So they talk to this guy.
In one moment, he's totally acknowledging that it's dangerous, that the game steals people's souls, but, hey, it's not really intelligent, it's not really alive.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about that. Just hit the escape button, you'll be fine.
Nick, in the most obvious dubbed-over line ever, asks him,
"What aren't you telling us?"
And he says, "Well..."
All I can tell you is that it involves a donor.
A donor?
All right, fine. I might have used a few unorthodox parts.
Just tell me one.
An orphan.
And the thing is that right now you're kind of like,
did you say an orphan?
But neither one, Alex nor Nick, are really surprised or shocked by this information.
They gloss over it completely.
Look, it was brain dead already, so it's not like, anything unethical happened. We only used a few 100,000 brain cells. It's not a big deal.
And they go to fight Arcade at Dante's Inferno. That's supposed to be like the big showdown. It's the only cabinet. All the other ones that they played were like the home version. Mm-hmm. So it's like, we gotta go to the heart of the situation.
They decide that they're going to play co-op, which doesn't make sense.
When Nick is in the arcade in the very beginning of the movie, when he looks into the goggles, he has his face fully in the goggles, but then they do like an Iron Man HUD shot.
I'm not Tony Stark.
Where it's just him bathed in blue light, but there's no goggles to be seen because you're seeing it like, presumably the shot is from the goggles. Right. But then when Laurie and Nick are in there, they do the same Iron Man HUD.
I'm not Tony Stark.
So they get into the game, and they're going to play it co-op style. They have all the tricks. Alex has written down cheats on her arm so she remembers where things are. And Nick, once again going for the least useful player award, he just starts lollygagging around everywhere.
They find the first door in the key, and Alex goes through immediately because she's not an idiot.
And then for some fucking reason, he's hanging out there at the door.
He's just staring back,
looking in there.
Coming?
Huh?
Where are the screamers? Where are the? It's like, it doesn't matter. Get the fucking door.
Get through the door.
Just close it. Get in there. Fucking get in there.
And he gets in at the absolute last second so that the screamer can actually claw up his back. He's,
holy shit. This is for real.
It's like you just now figured that out, Nick? So now they're in level 2, and this is the first time in the movie that we've seen level 2 at all.
And it's not even a video game level. It's them in like an industrial area, and somebody has figured out how to paint the sky with like a green screen. However they composited this shot, it's just got these like inverted color clouds floating ahead. It looks like the end of Mortal Kombat.
You weak, pathetic fools. come for your souls?
I don't think so.
And it's not even, it doesn't even look like a video game at this point. So then, the only thing that does is the fucking cube again. Nick gets enamored with this fucking cube.
That 3D bauble just shows up in his hand for some reason. And it is like a moth to the flame. He just stares at it and stares at it. And Alex is going around trying to find this key. One of her friends from earlier in the movie is drowning in this pool of like molten lava / blood. It's hard to tell what they're.
Help me!
Yeah, and then he goes down in there and she starts freaking out. She reaches in because he had the key and she gets the key. And she's fucking got it. But then she hears the screamers take off and she looks over. She's like, Nick!
And he's just like,
and Nick's just fucking staring at it. Like an asshole. And he stares at it for so long, not noticing that she's screaming for him, that it comes out of nowhere, and he just barely hits the eject button to get out of the game.
Yeah.
So now, Nick, the master of video games, is the one who's out of the game.
She gets to, and this is by far the dumbest thing in the movie. If you're not familiar, I believe it's called the Liar's Island, or the Isle of Liars, or something like that.
Right. This is a classic riddle. It's appeared in other works, particularly Labyrinth.
It's in the rules, and I should warn you that one of us always tells the truth, and one of us always lies.
In this one, they fuck it completely up.
I want the truth teller, but which one is which?
I am the liar. Where shall I take you?
I am the truth teller. Where should I take you?
So you just ask the truth teller which one's the island I want to go to. And then you get on the fucking boat. And she can't figure that out.
No, wait. No, that's not it. I'm thinking.
You have no time.
Apparently this is an MMO, because a kid shows up and is like, new
Player has entered the game.
So she rescues the kid out of the water and gets a free life for her trouble, which I didn't know was a rule, but I guess that's a rule. And they get to the island. The best graphics in the game, by the way. So they get through the speeder bike level, they get to Arcade's brain. And the kid's like, ha ha ha, I'm Arcade, bitch.
Damn it, where are you?
Right here, bitch.
Like, I don't know why I had
got
to
a potty mouth for some reason.
Yeah, for some reason.
So she wakes up in this other thing, and then she immediately presumes that everything that's happened with Arcade has been some kind of crazy nightmare.
Because her mom's there. Her mom's not dead. She's like, Mom, you're alive, and nobody got killed by the arcade, and everything's fine. And her mom's like, no, I am dead. What? I am dead?
And then Arcade acts like he's totally won this bitch.
You've let everyone down.
Then all of a sudden we see the player has extra life screen.
Yeah, because she saved, which doesn't make any sense, because
So-
it's Arcade's ploy to get her to help the little boy who's Arcade,
Right.
presumably the part of the little boy that's in Arcade.
And
the
since
brain
he
cell
is also
part.
the system, he know that he gave her an extra life.
And he's like,
What's happening to me?
and it's like, you were there when I got the extra life.
Hey,
Why are you?
hey, pay attention.
Pay attention. So he's like, no, and then she throws it at him, which also doesn't make any sense. He explodes in what I can only presume at the time was like the longest render ever.
Oh my god, just
Because
layers
it's just
and layers.
little toothpick shapes.
It looked like
of his
shit,
face.
but it looked good then.
So everybody gets freed from the machine. Yay!
And then everyone's totally nonplussed, just cool as cucumbers.
Oh, we
about,
got sucked into a video game. Whatever. This is a day in the life of people
in the early 90s.
We're gonna send these things in or what? No, I'm serious. I liked it. I want the portable.
And Alex gets home, and there's a home version on their steps, and she's like, oh no, is there a home version on my steps? And then she turns around, and the little kid's there, and it's like, I'm still here, bitch. I enjoyed tearing this movie apart, but I don't think that I would super recommend this for anybody unless they wanted a good laugh. There are just so many points where this just fails on its face.
And it's one of those movies that if you're familiar with the subject matter, you feel a little insulted that somebody thought that they were going to pass this off on you. There's really not much more to say.
And it looks like Rhinus is coming up here, so
yeah.
Let's
wrap it up. For Jake and Trev Review Everything, I'm Trev.
And I'm Jake.
And thanks for watching.
And hopefully watch again. Maybe we can convince Rhinus to not kill us.
Yeah, Rhinus,
please don't kill us.
Don't kill
Please
us.
don't kill us.
Don't kill us.
Don't kill us.
Don't kill us.
That's a bit overkill, don't you think?
Hamsters. So many. Too many to count. Changing things.
So, have you guys ever... I like his face. That's right.
Making the realm in their own image.
It can't be that bad.
They've reskinned my craft beer as cheap, ironic swill.
Well, let us go, and we'll help you deal with them.
It's too late. Have to wipe the slate clean. 1 second to midnight.
The air's all blocky in here.
Your face is blocky.
Your face is blocky.
What's your...
Hey, what? Wait.
Yeah, we said all this.
Yeah, and seen how it ends.
We've already seen everything. We've seen it all.
Let's do it right this time. We demand to see the Vizier.
Vizier's office. Can I help you?
We demand to see the Vizier.
There's no time! We know he's on the other side of the door!
What are you doing here? I mean, gentlemen, welcome
to Die Right. Look, we know everything.
We know it all. We know you're Rhinus, we know about the arcade plan, we know about the hipsters.
The hipsters?
Trust us, the plan doesn't work. You'll just hate what happens when you do the thing.
Oh. Well, shit.
Look, Rhinus, we're here to rescue you.
Rescue him?
Yeah, remember?
Right. Look, man, we're sorry. We were both so caught up in having lost our partner in reviewing that we forgot all about how you died, too.
And that was real jerk butt stuff for us to do.
I called you, and you didn't hesitate to come and help us, and you got killed for your trouble.
I guess sometimes it's just too easy to forget it's not just about us, and we let you down, and we're really sorry.
The feels! I have them!
We cool, bro? Are we cool? Are we mates? Are we mates, bro?
Yeah! We're cool! At least now we're all trapped here together.
Well, you are the Vizier. Why don't you just use your powers to zap us out?
That's how we always got out.
Hey! He didn't say anything about zapping powers.
He didn't? Where's your scepter?
There's a scepter?
Yeah, dude, see?
Yeah, and then he would just spin it around and... Shut the fuck up.
Peanut butter disaster.
I forgot how much I hate those guys.